Are you familiar with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator? It's a popular tool used to categorize individuals into one of 16 personality types based on their preferences and how they perceive the world and make decisions. Each type is denoted by 4 letters, such as INTJ or ESFP, representing different aspects of personality: introversion versus extraversion, intuition versus sensing, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving. It's widely used in psychology, education, and business for understanding behavior and communication styles. Today, we'll look at the 16 personality types and how they organize their homes. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I blog and make videos about cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. You can find my free printables to help you get organized in the drop-down menu under the printables category over at dmiddleton.com. Today we'll look at the 16 personality types and how they organize their homes. If you don't know which of these 16 personality types describes you, I'll post a link to the free personality test in the blog post below. I first heard of the 16 personality types when I entered college. I found it fascinating. I find it truly helps you better understand yourself and others. Now let's dig in. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator uses 4 dichotomies to describe personality preferences. Each dichotomy is represented by a pair of opposing traits, and people are categorized based on which trait they prefer. Here's a breakdown of the letters and their meanings. Introversion, I, versus extraversion, E. This dichotomy describes where people focus their energy and gain their motivation. Introversions prefer inner reflection and solitary activities. They recharge by spending time alone or in smaller, more intimate settings. They tend to be more introspective and reserved. Extraversion, E, they focus outwardly on the world around them. They recharge through social interactions and engaging with others. They tend to be more outgoing, energetic, and expressive. Now let's look at sensing, S, versus intuition, N. This dichotomy describes how people take in and process information. Sensing, people focus on concrete, practical information they can observe through their senses. They prefer details, facts, and present realities. They tend to trust what is tangible and proven. Intuition, N, they focus on abstract concepts, patterns, and possibilities. They prefer to think about the big picture and future potential. They tend to rely on their gut feeling or imagination. Number 3, thinking, T, versus feeling, F. This dichotomy describes how people make decisions. Thinking. These people use logic, objectivity, and consistently make decisions. They focus on fairness, facts, and evidence. They tend to prioritize tasks over emotions when problem solving. And then there's feeling, F. These types make decisions based on personal values, empathy, and the impact on others. They focus on harmony and relationships, and they tend to prioritize emotions and people over objective criteria. Now there's judging, J, versus perceiving, P. This dichotomy describes how people approach structure and organization in their lives. Judging, people prefer planned, organized, and structured lifestyles. They like schedules, deadlines, and clear goals. They tend to feel more confident with closure and decision-making. And then there's perceiving people. Type P prefer flexibility, spontaneity, and open-ended lifestyles. They tend to keep options open and adapt as needed. They tend to feel more comfortable exploring and going with the flow. Here's a brief overview of the 16 Myers-Briggs Type Indicator personality types, highlighting their general traits, strengths, and tendency. First is the architect, the INTJ. This person is strategic, independent, and a visionary. They love creating long-term plans, solving complex problems, and they're often seen as innovative and goal-driven. The INTP is the thinker. This person is analytical, curious, and introspective. They enjoy exploring theories and abstract concepts. They are often skeptical, and they value intellectual independence. The ENTJ, the commander. This person is bold, decisive, and a natural leader. This person thrives on challenges and enjoys organizing systems. They are often goal-oriented and assertive. The ENTP is the debater. They are quick-witted, curious, and love debates. They enjoy generating ideas and questioning conventional wisdom. They're often energetic and innovative. Next, we'll look at the diplomats. The INFJ is the advocate. They are insightful, empathetic, and purpose-driven. They focus on helping others and creating positive change. They're often creative and deeply reflective. And then there's the INFP, the mediator. They are compassionate, imaginative, and values-driven. They love expressing individuality and seeking harmony. They're often deeply introspective and empathetic. The ENFJ is the protagonist. This type is charismatic, inspiring, and people-focused. They are natural leaders who thrive on helping others grow. They are often warm, encouraging, and energetic. Then there's the ENFP, the campaigner. This type is enthusiastic, creative, and free-spirited. They value connection, spontaneity, and exploring possibilities. They're often passionate and people-oriented. Now let's look at the Sentinels, the practical and reliable traditionalist. There's the ISFP, the logistician. They are responsible, methodical, and detail-oriented. Their values tradition and structure and thorough planning. They're often dependable and highly disciplined. The ISFJ is the defender. They are loyal, nurturing, and supportive. They're focused on meeting the needs of others, and they're often practical and protective. The ESTJ is the executive. They are organized, outgoing, and decisive. They value efficiency, structure, and leadership, and they often thrive in managerial roles. Then there's the ESFJ, the consul. They are warm, sociable, and community-focused. They thrive on helping others and maintaining harmony, often caring and attentive to the needs of those around them. Now we'll look at the explorers. They are adaptable and action-oriented doers. The ISTP is the virtuoso, independent, practical, and hands-on problem solvers. They enjoy exploring how things work and mastering new skills. They are often calm and resourceful. There's the ISFP, the adventurer. They are gentle, artistic, and deeply individualistic. They value beauty, experiences, and personal freedom, and they're often creative and in tune with their emotions. Then there's the ESTP, the entrepreneur. They are energetic, bold, and action-oriented. They thrive in fast-paced environments and enjoy taking risks. They're often charismatic and adaptable. And finally, there's the ESFP, the entertainer. They are outgoing, fun-loving, and spontaneous. They live in the moment and love bringing joys to others. They're often vibrant and people-oriented. So does your personality affect how you organize your home? Absolutely. Here is how each MBTI type might approach home organization based on their traits. First, we'll look at the INTJ, the architect. This type prefers minimalism and efficiency. They're likely to have meticulously planned storage systems with labeled containers. They focus on functionality and aesthetics that align with their long-term vision. The INTP, the thinker, may prioritize organizing items they use for hobbies or intellectual pursuits. They can lean toward clutter unless they implement logical systems. They prefer a workspace with tools and books within easy reach. The ENTJ is the commander, and they are highly structured and goal-oriented in organizing. This type is likely to create a system that maximizes productivity, like a well-organized office. They value order in common areas to maintain control and efficiency. The ENTP, the debater, enjoys creative and flexible systems. They may organize as they go, often reinventing their setup based on what works. They might prioritize spaces that encourage brainstorming and spontaneity. Now let's look at the diplomats. The INFJ, the advocate, prefers a serene, clutter-free environment with meaningful decor. They're likely to organize in a way that feels purposeful and aligns with their values. They would likely focus on creating cozy, reflective spaces. The INFP, the mediator, organizes based on emotional connection to items. They may struggle to declutter, but they enjoy creating cozy and personal spaces. They are likely to arrange their home around creativity and relaxation. The ENFJ, the protagonist, keeps the home organized to foster social gatherings and harmony. Likely to have a warm, welcoming layout with thoughtful touches for guests. They enjoy collaborative organization with family or housemates. The ENFP, the campaigner, thrives in a vibrant, eclectic environment. They may favor open storage solutions to display their cherished items. They might organize in bursts of energy and adapt systems as needed. Now let's look at the sentinels. The ISTJ, the logistician, is extremely methodical and detail-oriented. They are likely to use checklists, labeled containers, and structured routines. They prefer a place for everything and everything in its place. The ISFJ, the defender, organizes with warmth and practicality in mind. They are likely to focus on keeping the home clean, tidy, and comfortable for loved ones. They're likely to use traditional, tried and true methods. The ESTJ, the executive, focuses on structure and efficiency in home organization. This type is likely to create systems that promote productivity and order. They prefer a clean, professional-looking environment. And the ESFJ, the consul, organizes to create a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere. They're likely to keep decor seasonal and spaces tidy for guests. They often involve others in maintaining order and routine. Now let's look at the explorers. The ISTP, the virtuoso, organizes based on utility and practicality. They may favor a workspace with tools and gadgets neatly arranged. They keep things functional but might not focus much on the decor. The ISFP, the adventurer, values beauty and individuality in organization. This type is likely to curate spaces with creative and aesthetic touches. They organize in a way that feels personal and authentic. The ESTP, the entrepreneur, prefers quick and easy organizational methods. They may prioritize accessibility over perfect order. They're likely to keep high-use items in visible, convenient locations. And finally, there's the ESFP, the entertainer. They enjoy creating fun, lively spaces that reflect their personality. They may focus on decorating more than strict organization. They're likely to prioritize flexibility and ease in their systems. How about you? Do you think this organization style suits your type? I hope you found this information helpful. If you would like to know your type, you can check out my blog post linked below and the site where you can take the 16 personalities test for free. Thanks for watching.